Would you buy a Mitsubishi electric SUV, 500 kms of range, and $33,000? Why wouldn't you? Mitsubishi, the brand is mostly known for its sedan auto cars. It's now excelling in another segment, the SUVs. Mitsubishi Electric is one of the world's leading names in the sales and manufacture of electrical and electronic products and systems used in various fields and applications. Since its founding in 1921, Mitsubishi Electric has been at the forefront of Japan's technical ingenuity and product innovation. Mitsubishi also made big waves in the electric car world with its Outlander PHEV, as it was the first plug-in hybrid SUV. At its launch, the Outlander PHEV was initially sold at the same price as the diesel-powered Outlander, leading it to become the best-selling plug-in hybrid. Mitsubishi introduced its first all-electric SUV at the 19th Guangzhou International Automobile Exhibition, called the Airtrek. The SUV is visually all Mitsubishi and promises good range and exceptional performance. Mitsubishi recently made quite the impression when they launched the first Outlander plug-in hybrid a few years ago. They recently introduced the latest generation of electrified SUV, with more range that boasts more power and range. Though it will, without any doubt, do well, the next step is a fully electric SUV, and it'll be called Airtrek, at least in China. Its 70 kWh battery would deliver a range of approximately 520 kilometers under a CLTC, China Light Duty Vehicle Test Cycle. The Mitsubishi Airtrek is a compact crossover SUV, and it was introduced in Japan in 2001. The 2022 Mitsubishi Airtrek is the latest model for a split headlight setup. The LED daytime running lights are positioned at the top of the bumper, while the main headlight cluster is mounted below and shaped like a 7. The layout aligns with recent Mitsubishi products and gives the compact crossover a bold front fascia. The eccentric headlights flank a closed-off grille with hexagonal indentions across 3 gray bars. Look closer and you'll notice that the front camera is mounted right under the logo. There's a big radar sensor installed lower on the bumper. While the nameplate might invoke nostalgia, the reinitiated Airtrek is different from the Outlander associated model you remember from the 2000s. Mitsubishi did not entirely develop the Airtrek. For starters, it's an electric vehicle equipped with a front-mounted motor rated at 224 PS, 221 HP, or 165 kW, and 350 Nm of torque. Before we start things rolling, please subscribe to our channel, which encourages us to make more exciting videos for you guys. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to not miss out on any of our future uploads. With all that done, let's continue driving on. The Airtrek results from a joint venture between Mitsubishi and Chinese automaker GAC Motor. As per the standard practice in the Chinese car market, foreign car brands often release vehicles developed by their joint venture partners. In this case, the Mitsubishi Airtrek shares the same characteristics as the Aeon 5, which is manufactured by the GAC Motors Aeon electric sub-brand. The relationship between the Aeon 5 and the Mitsubishi Airtrek is evident from its sheet metal, wherein the two EVs share the same prominent side profile design and pop-out door handles. Apart from that, Mitsubishi Airtrek stands out from the Aeon 5 with its dynamic shield front fascia, boomerang-shaped LED head and tail lights, unique front and rear bumpers, and a small dose of more chrome on the sides compared to its Aeon sibling. The Airtrek also comes with a contrasting black roof, likewise not available on the Aeon 5. The Mitsubishi Airtrek slots between the Outlander and Eclipse Cross in terms of size. It measures 4,630 mm in length, 1,920 mm in width, 1,728 mm in height, and has a wheelbase of 2,830 mm. The Airtrek weighs 1,900 kilograms, 4,189 pounds, and gets close to 69.9 kWh battery pack, with enough fuel for 520 kilometers, 324 miles in the local CLTC cycle. Local media reports the electric motor is good for 181 horsepower, 136 kilowatts. The 2022 Mitsubishi Airtrek EV is fitted with a front-mounted motor generating a maximum power output of 224 PS and a peak torque of 350 Nm. Charging details are seemingly limited, But according to GM/MC, the AirTrek takes 44 minutes to get from a 25 to 80% state of charge with DC charging. The product page also lists AC charging of up to 6.6 kW and 11 kW. On the exterior, Mitsubishi's first electric SUV gets the brand's dynamic shield front-end design, featuring a dual-tier lighting setup. The latter includes L-shaped main headlights and daytime running lights placed above them. The design headlights include a lower intake on the front of the sensors, flush door handles, L-shaped tail lights, 19 or 20-inch alloy wheels, and EV badges. The side profile reveals a double-tone look for the alloy wheels to go with the main white color of the body with a black roof. Interestingly, the 2022 Mitsubishi AirTrek has aesthetic pop-out door handles and wears a fairly large EV badge on the front doors. The plastic body cladding around the wheel arches represents its crossover traits, while the roof boasts a sunroof as the images show a top-spec version. Further evidence of this is the AirTrek's design, similar to the 5 Plus the specific front and rear ends. The Mitsubishi SUV markets the brand's signature dynamic shield face, joined by a dual-tier lighting setup reminiscent of the Mi-Tech concept. The daytime running lights and placed above the L-shaped main headlamps. The largely closed-off grille is classic of an EV, while the lower intake has a cutout for the car's sensors. Along the sides, flush door handles are very similar to those of the 5 Plus, including the trailing taillight trim that ends on the rear door handles, albeit in body color. The taillights are unique to the AirTrek, with the T-shaped two-piece clusters extending into the tailgate. Meanwhile, the rear bumper is like what you see at the front, with horizontal slats running across the lower apron, with a break for the number plate recess. While the exterior may be similar to the 5 Plus, AirTrek's interior is distinctive, like most modern EVs. The Mitsubishi AirTrek also comes with a minimalist interior, where most of the controls inside the car are handled by the large touchscreen infotainment display. The only button on the dashboard is for hazard lights, while the center console features a control knob with the EV symbol and buttons for the electronic parking brake. Behind the steering, it has another display, the instrument console with augmented reality tech for the navigation system. The horizontal lines of the dashboard create a more exceptional look and are accompanied by a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster ahead of the driver, along with the 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment with integrated climate controls. The latter cuts down on the number of buttons, with the other solid controls being those on the 4-spoke steering wheel and the gear selector and an electronic parking brake switch on the raised center console that has storage space underneath. The interior of the AirTrek features a freestanding infotainment display, with the available digital instrument cluster capable of providing augmented reality for the built-in navigation system, while the floating center console showcases a rotary gear shifter and several large storage compartments. Thanks to its generous 2,830mm wheelbase, the AirTrek focuses on rear space, with its dedicated electric vehicle platform and completely flat floor also helping in this department. Available equipment for the AirTrek includes LED headlamps, 19 or 20-inch alloy wheels, a dual-zone climate system with a PM2.5 air filter, and powered front seats with heating, ventilation, and memory functions, up to 8 speakers, cruise and traffic jam assist, as well as a powered liftgate. As for safety, the AirTrek spec sheets include several advanced driver assistance systems like adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, lane keeps assisting, a blind spot monitor, front collision warning with AEB, and a 360-degree camera, and more. The 2022 Mitsubishi AirTrek will go on sale exclusively for the Chinese market in 2022, with international markets likely to see the continued prioritization of plug-in hybrid SUVs, such as the Eclipse Cross PHEV and Outlander PHEV, before a global electric SUV is introduced, most likely in the form of a Nissan Ariya-based model. The Mitsubishi AirTrek will go on sale in China in 2022, with prices ranging from 210,000 to 240,000 Chinese yuan, around $32,918 to $37,620. I can imagine a lot of Americans, Australians, Kiwis, and Europeans would love to buy one of these for $32,900 US. What do you think of this car? Do you think it's worth it for this much money? Let's blow up the comment section. Please tell us what you think of this car. Let us know if you'd buy one. Thanks again for supporting the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.